CPD-FORME. It's mandatory CPD, practical and relevant.
In terms of learning outcomes, at the end of this session, you will be able to, or at least have more confidence in, firstly, identifying when Foreign Investment Review Board approval is required, how to advise your foreign client about what the board's requirements are, how to identify issues in a transaction document that you're looking at or your foreign client is considering signing, how to make an application with the Foreign Investment Review Board to apply for approval of a transaction your client is embarking on, and also how to protect your client from proceeding with a transaction without approval. So that is to be sure that you're acting for a foreign client and you know that you don't need FIRB approval. The board can make recommendations to the Treasurer and other Treasury portfolio ministers on proposals. There's a range of legislation that the board is bound by. There are currently 3 pieces of legislation. Sometimes you may have to go to the regulations, and there are 3 different sets of statutory regulations that the board is also bound by. The first one is called the Foreign Acquisitions and Takeovers Regulation 2015. The second one is the Foreign Acquisitions and Takeover Fees Imposition Regulation 2015. And the third one is the Register of Foreign Ownership of Agricultural Land Rule 2015. Again, I find that if ever I have to go to the regulations, I'm normally going to the Foreign Acquisitions and Takeovers Regulation 2015. Another form of approval that the board may issue is an exemption certificate, which is valid for 6 months. You'll often hear this referred to as a FIRB auction approval certificate. In my paper, I set out the penalties that apply, and the penalties are substantial if you have a foreign client that has acquired an asset without FIRB approval. And the issue for your client is that they won't be able to obtain FIRB approval, and therefore the asset needs to be disposed of. And in disposing of that asset, they could face a criminal penalty or civil penalty or both.
I hope you enjoyed this session today from CPD-FORME. Continuing professional development should be about learning new things, about challenging yourself to learn and grow, about finding better ways to do the things that you do every day.